everybody and welcome on today's video. Today I'm going to have a look at my little Cotoneaster cutting or cuttings because, well, when it started to grow, that one cutting, I took cuttings from that cutting, and so now I have a couple of cuttings growing in this pot, I think, but I'm not sure that they all made it. So let's have a look to see what I can do with that. Yeah, well, let's have a look. So it is the last day of January today, and well, there's not going to be any frost in the coming weeks, in the coming 2 weeks, as they say. So that looks okay. Just removing some of these old roots here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I might just put this whole thing in this nice little white pot that I have because, well, it looks nice, or I just put it back in a little plastic pot that I can then put in my bigger pots up to here in the soil. And I must say that it works very nice because it keeps the temperature rather constant, and well, some escape roots, well, they make your plants grow a whole lot faster. Now, on the other hand, you can also put this pot into the soil up to here, so it doesn't make a lot of difference. So it should come out very easily. It does. And now I'm just going to rake away everything here. And my plan with this Cotoneaster, you will probably have guessed, is to make a big fusion tree of this because well, different reasons. First of all, I think that Cotoneasters are a really good species for bonsai, except for one thing: they have this tendency to make very angular twists. So I don't think they're also the perfect candidate for techniques like clip and grow. So that's one thing. So this is definitely going to be a tree that I will wire. And on the other hand, if you see, this is the growth of 1 year. So it's gonna take a very long time to make a nice tree with a substantial trunk. Now, of course, you can go for mame or things like that, which is also very nice, but I'm not wild about these mame things. I think they look cute, but they're extremely difficult to keep happy in these little pots, and when I go on vacation, yeah, I have to ask someone to have a look at my trees, and, well, it's not always turning out the way you want it. So I have 3 rooted cuttings, which is great. And so I'm going to have a look at this one. I have quite reasonable roots here at the base. This is a little high here, so I'm going to lose that. And this one. And this one. Okay, so that's cool. So now I'm going to reduce this little cutting up to here. This is going to be the main leader. This can thicken up a little. I don't really care about that. And I think I'm going to use my little bonsai pot here to make my little planting. So I'll remove this, and I take my pot like so, adding a base layer of good substrate like that, a little more. That's a whole more. a whole lot more. Sorry, it's probably maybe a little too much, but I'm not sure. I think it's gonna work. So no front, no nothing. Just going to try to, it's too much soil. Trying to position the tree on a little mountain here, like this, and spreading the roots evenly and radially. It's not of well, the utmost importance at this moment, because when you do fusion you can always position a tree with good roots on the exterior, so that's not really a concern. This one is making my life a little hard. Yeah. Okay, this stays in the pot, that's good. And then I have this one. You see there's a nice root here, so I'll probably put that root on the exterior somewhere here, next to this one. And then I hope that this guy makes it, so I don't have any roots here in the back, so let's use it there. And now it's just a question of covering this up with some substrate. Okay, gonna do it like that, it's gonna be much easier. Like so. Whoop. I'm just going to position the two little ones somewhere where they can get light, and quite close to the first one. Okay, so that looks good. Working the soil in. And then the plan is to take cuttings from the long whip that I have and add that around the existing ones, and then hope that everything grows. And then probably next spring, or maybe in summer, I'll have to see how well these things grow, I can take again new cuttings from these cuttings and gradually make this thing bigger. Now the idea is that you always add little cuttings around, because that makes it possible for the biggest and tallest to grow high, and that way he will have a little bit more light, because otherwise they would be shaded out by the side growth. So that's a nice cutting, maybe here. Another one somewhere here, maybe a little bit turning it to the exterior, like so. Another one right here. I think I can make two, and that's gonna be the maximum. So again, one here. And the last one right in the front. So this thing needs a watering now, which is not really interesting, but okay. So with plants like a Cotoneaster, which is quite easily used for, can also use this one to make cuttings, it is possible to start with one small cutting and then let the cutting grow, take cuttings from the cuttings, edit, etc., etc., etc. And if this works well, even if a few of these cuttings don't make it, it's not a big deal. You just have to replace them with a few new cuttings that you take. It is possible, I think, in a couple of years to build a rather impressive bundle of trees. And yeah, because you always will work with very flexible material, you can probably wire it and give it an interesting shape, which you will difficultly obtain with only clip and grow, because the angular characteristics of this plant, same with hawthorn, they also have this very angular growth pattern. So, well, that's one that everyone can do. So if you like the video, please like, subscribe, share, etc. In the meantime, thank you for watching and see you next time.